Welcome to a life of purity. You are watching Sattva channel.
Namaste and welcome to another episode. Today let's look at another version of a nice, yummy, delicious, nutritious lentil soup. This recipe is very close to the South Indian recipe of sambar, but with a little bit of twist and turns here and there. Let's look at the recipe. So firstly, I'm going to heat a mud pot. And once the pot is a little hot, I am going to pour in some coconut oil. I'm going to chop a piece of ginger, add it to the heated oil. Now I'm adding some coriander seeds. Now I'm adding some gram dal. To this I'm going to add some fennel seeds. And now I'm adding a pinch of cumin seeds, some coconut, and then now give this a stir. I'm going to chop up some tomato. Now I'm going to add these tomatoes to the frying masala. I'm going to take a piece of carrot, chop up the carrot. I have pre-boiled this potato. Add it. Now to this I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric and now a pinch of Asafetida, and now it's time to add in a little bit of water. Now once you can see that the carrots are nicely cooked, the tomatoes have absolutely disappeared and the potatoes were pre-cooked anyway. So now we can take it off the heat and blend it into a nice smooth little paste. I'm going to put the heat off, add in a little more water at this point in time, or you can even add it after you're done making the paste. And here I have some soaked moong dal, which is the last thing we're going to add in to our soup mix. Removing just the dal, we're going to keep the water that was soaking in for later. We can add it to the soup once we want to make it a little thinner, or depending on the consistency. So while all of this is boiling, I'm going to give you a quick recap of what we've done. We first roasted our spices in coconut oil and then added our vegetables and then the dal. And now we are simmering all of it together. At this point, we can also add a little bit of salt to it, just a pinch of salt. Allow this to come to a boil, let it simmer for around 2 to 3 minutes. And then you can allow it to cool down a little bit, because if you throw in a hot liquid into a blending jar, it will release a lot of heat and that might not just be good. So you need to allow it to come to a room temperature before you blend it. So there, we've blended it into a fine paste. It smells amazing, all the aromas of the spices, the lentil, the vegetables, it's brilliant. Now this is very pasty, as you can see. What we need to do is add in a little more of water for it to be a soupy consistency. So if you remember, I had some moong dal water with me. So I'm going to add that and just give it a little mix so that we have a runny consistency, not a pasty consistency of this mix. And you can add a little more water. If you like the soup to be thick, this is perfect for you. If you like your soup to be very watery, you can definitely add more water and add a little more salt. Now I'm going to make the tempering. Heat the mud pot, take some coconut oil, add a pinch of mustard seeds, a pinch of freshly desiccated coconut, and now to this I'm going to add my soup paste. This is a blend of spices, moong dal lentil, veggies. You can even keep the paste, defreeze it and keep it and use it every day for a long time. Mix it up with the tempering and add a little bit of water. See the creamy consistency of the soup thanks to the potatoes. If you don't want the soup to be very creamy or thick, you can totally avoid the potatoes. And now I'm going to chop up some coriander. Add a generous amount of coriander to the soup. Stir it up, put off the heat, and there we have our delicious, flavoursome sambar soup ready. And now to finish this lovely soup, a little bit of lime for the nice tangy flavour, and that's it. A lovely, soothing, flavoursome soup is ready for you. Enjoy.